I got to tell you guys how important it is to stand up and push back on this really dangerous rhetoric from the right that is just fully constructed on a complete lie. Like their claims that most of the political violence is coming from the left, it's totally unsubstantiated. It's lopsided, heavy to right-wing extremism. That's where the majority of the violence that's deadly violence. It's like it depends on which study you're looking at, between like 62% to 90%, depending on how you're doing the counting. But it's really not leftists, and leftists, like, we primarily believe in nonviolence. And they're trying to say, oh, it's Antifa, it's transgender people. Like with Antifa, there's literally been like 0 or 1, not percent, like 0 or 1. They're not even sure if the death that was involved was actually because of like what happened with Antifa, who primarily just acts as security because the police won't when marginalized groups go out and protest and practice their First Amendment rights, because counter-protesters, far-right extremist groups, go in and harass them and try to beat them up and try to find people that are singled out from the groups, like people of color, and beat them or worse. Because our police, unfortunately, don't protect and serve everyone. They tend to protect and serve the right-wing extremist groups. And who the hell do you think is jumping in to sign up for freaking ICE? That is primarily right-wing extremists. Nobody else is going to sit there and go, yeah, I'll separate people from their families. Yeah, I'll kidnap people and rendition them to third countries and send them to concentration camps and for-profit prisons. We know the freaking Pam Bondi admitted, was it Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem? Like Kristi Noem admitted that they have hired on like Proud Boys and other far-right extremist groups. The right wing is so full of shit. I mean, listen to the rhetoric coming out of the White House. Before they even knew who the assassin was of Charlie Kirk, they blamed it on the left and they blamed it on the Democrats, and they said this is civil war. And a bunch of wingnuts recording videos on the right, MAGA people, were saying, you know, Mr. President, just give us the green light. Like, that's disgusting. They can't wait to commit violence against people that just disagree with them because they are a bunch of terrible motherfuckers, man. Like, they don't have any empathy for other people. They don't believe in equal rights for other people. Like, Charlie Kirk himself said he thought the 1964 Civil Rights Act was a bad idea. He questioned whether people of color were qualified to fly a plane, even though they have to meet all the same fucking requirements as anybody else. It's bullshit. Like, the right wing lies about every goddamn issue. You have a bunch of millionaires funded by right wing billionaires to spread propaganda. So the government just serves capital, and that's it, and fuck everybody else. That's what authoritarianism is. Which what they forget about is when you have consolidated power and you have a brutal authoritarian regime, they come for the oligarchs sometimes too. Like, you don't think that Russian oligarchs have met some very interesting, untimely ends? Yeah, they have. And look at other groups historically. Like, who's to say that Donald Trump just doesn't just go, well, Tim Cook, I don't really like who you love, so I'm just going to take your company from you, and I'm going to give it to Don Jr. or the other one. Like, we have to push back. It's insane. Like, their rhetoric is all violence, and they're claiming that the left is violent. The only, like, slight claim that they have is because they're mad about us calling them Nazis and fascists. It's the duck rule. We're following the duck rule. Those of us who actually understand what fascism is and what a Nazi is, and you look like it, you act like it, and you talk like it. So that's why. Like, that's why you're getting called this stuff. And that's not a call for violence. It's a fucking warning that these people are fucking dangerous, and they're literally inciting violence. Like, they're basically saying that, like, they have to destroy us. Because we're American citizens, we're American patriots that just believe in our Constitution, just believe in the rule of law, whether it's U.S. law or international law. We are pissed off that our country is being destroyed by this government that refuses to actually govern and can't govern, so they have to use some kind of scapegoat and bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, but the guy's not a fucking martyr, and like, they're trying to force us to have like days of remembrance and for schools in Oklahoma to put up fucking statues of remembrance in major squares, and that nobody's allowed to actually, like, people are getting in trouble. They're getting fired for using Charlie Kirk's own quotes and posting videos on shit that he actually said. I'm sorry, but maybe you shouldn't pick a martyr that that isn't a racist, a misogynist, a transphobe, a homophobe, somebody who doesn't value civil rights, somebody who thinks empathy is just a made-up word that's destructive. Like, on and on and on and on it goes. This is insane. These people are insane. Like, this is not a government. This is a fascist fucking takeover of our government. And I'm worried that, like, we won't be able to have real elections anymore, because that's the last step. Like, we're on step 6 of 7 on authoritarian takeovers of a country, of a democracy. So we're not wrong for pointing it out, and you have to keep pushing back on them. I think there should be legal action. I think there should be brave lawyers that take this on, that aim to issue gag orders at people in the administration that engage in violent rhetoric against trans people, against people that are on the left, against Democrats. Like, it is not okay to incite violence. And it's really troubling, because that's one of the last steps before things get really, really ugly. And I don't know that hasn't already happened. Like, there's evidence that suggests that lynchings have already happened. We already have people getting kidnapped all the time without any sort of judicial process at all. Like, they're not being given due process. Thanks to the fucking Supreme Court that allowed the racial profiling, 60 million people in America, Latinos and Hispanic people, are at risk. And these people aren't doing anything wrong. They're not harming American society. They're not. The people that are having their rights taken away are not the problem. The problem is the oligarchs and the fascists. The Republican Party has undermined our democracy since Reagan, at least. That's the problem. And again, Democrats haven't helped with leaning into pretending that the Republicans are legitimate, because they're not. Like, you can't give legitimacy to evil fucking behavior. You can't. Like, no democracy can survive when people just do evil shit and it goes unpunished. I'm sorry, but I'm so nervous about where this is going, and I will not give up. I will fight back to my dying breath. This is wrong. This is not the America that I thought we were. And I know we're capable of more than this. I know we've done a lot of evil shit in this country, but I know we've done a lot of good things too when we work together. And this is not working together. This is a party that wants to just make it a one-party state. And guys, if you're a Republican and you identify with this, I hope you understand something. This will hurt you too. The claws will come back in your direction. You will not benefit from this. If you do not serve them, and you don't want to serve them, it is dangerous to serve them. You will have to give away everything that you think you are to these people to do a bunch of evil shit to your own people. Like, anybody in America who's turning you against another American, listen, this is not me turning against Americans. This is me calling out people that are engaged in fascist rhetoric, dangerous rhetoric. They are lying about who the problem is. They're saying that the left is violent. Based on what? Based on what? There's been, even on the studies that I've seen, there's literally only 51 cases or something. And most of those are not, it's not deadly at all. There's just been clashes at times. I don't know where that's coming from. It's very odd when anybody on the left commits violence, because we know that that's not an effective tool for political change, right? We don't advocate for that. I don't advocate for that. I didn't want what happened to Charlie Kirk, but I worry about the environment that he created, him and others, where, guys, he didn't debate. He just bullied people. He bullied people. He carefully selected the clips that he wanted and made it look like, that he won something. He didn't. It's not a reasonable process to get up there. Somebody who's media trained, he's got a whole bunch of talking points. He's got a million different tactics to do dog whistles and to obfuscate the point. He's not actually engaging in good faith almost ever. And he's debating things that are not debatable. We don't debate human rights. We shouldn't be demeaning other human beings. We shouldn't be talking like that or about marginalized groups. What he was doing was normalizing fascism. Again, I do not condone the violence that happened to him. And we still don't know what the hell's going on because of the incompetence of the FBI. Thank Stephen Miller, the freaking Nazi. I'm sorry, but when dudes do, basically just cribbing notes from Goebbels from Nazi Germany when he did his speech at this rally, this political rally that was supposed to be a memorial for Charlie Kirk, which is just disgusting. Somebody else made that interesting point too. Where the hell was the family? Where's the family? Where's the friends? Why is Trump just doing like one of his stump speeches and engaging in terrible fucking rhetoric? Why is Stephen Miller up there basically just going scorched earth on the left, when like we are a country full of lots of fucking people? And even though I disagree with a lot of people on the right, that doesn't mean that I'm going to say, oh, we have to just end them all. Like, that's insane. It's disgusting. I wouldn't say that. I think they're wrong about a lot of stuff because they're misled a lot. Like, right-wing media just constantly fucking lies. It's constant fucking lies. They lie so much that people on the left try to talk to people on the right, and we can't get anywhere because there's this distortion field of just bullshit, and it's impossible to get through. And it's so far removed from reality that they think we're crazy when we tell them the truth. Like, that's who's dividing the country, and that is funded by right-wing billionaires. They want us to fight. They want us distracted. They don't want us to get together. The more they keep us apart, the more they stay in power, and the more they take away from all of us. And now, like, I feel like I'm really worried that this is, like, within the next, I don't know, it could happen fast, but maybe 6 months to 3 years, like, that it's some kind of end game. Like, I'm worried that we will start to see things like we saw in Gaza, where you have, I mean, like, just listen to some of the things that they've tried to do already. They're trying to make it so Marco Rubio can just take away people's passports. That's including citizens. What is that? Effectively, what you have there is an apartheid. Like, if you're not allowed to leave, like, now you're not allowed to leave the country, and they can do whatever the hell they want to you. You're not, like, soon, I guarantee you, like, we're not that far removed from them saying dissent is not allowed. Trump has already basically said that you're not allowed to disagree with him. You're not allowed to criticize him. How long before they do some kind of pseudo-legal process where if you said anything, they can already basically, like, I don't know what legal authority he has with what he just did with declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Like, that seems to be a legal framework to attack anybody who opposes him. So I guess we're kind of already there. Like, I don't know what's backing that. But people that are declared as a terrorist, like, they may not have any rights. So if they can just use that squishy term, and if their people are instructed on police reports to say that they're affiliated with Antifa or something, then what happens to us? We already know that they've disappeared people from Alligator Alcatraz. I mean, we don't know right now. Like, there's like 1,800 people that were there that are not there now, that we don't know where they went. We keep hearing reports of people that ICE is grabbing people. Like, I heard a story this morning about somebody who manages, like, truckers' routes and stuff, like, make sure that they have their proper documentation and they're doing, like, a legal run and everything. And she was investigating a truck that wasn't moving, and then found out after the whole process, that he got grabbed by ICE, and they wouldn't tell him where they were going. They said, just figure it out, like, show up at the hearing, and they wouldn't tell them where the hearing is going to be. Like, this is not okay. Like, we have a military force, a paramilitary force in this country that is answerable to the president, that's they're like a federalized agency that's getting a budget of $160 billion over 4 years. That is just illegally grabbing people. Some of them, they end up basically as slaves. Some end up in other countries, third countries, essentially stateless. Again, if you want to really, like, have, like, potentially nightmares, just imagine what it would be like to be a stateless person. What do you do as a stateless person? Like, you get taken from here, sent somewhere else, and they basically say no re-entry, and you don't have anything. They just make you functionally not belong to anywhere. What do you do? Where do you go? Who do you talk to? What are your options? And people have been tortured. People have been tortured in this already. There are still people at CCOT. There was like 200 something people that they took to CCOT that we don't know if they did anything. Like, these things are happening through an extrajudicial process, which is not legal. The courts have told them to stop doing this shit, and they're not listening. They don't care. We have to push back, and I think it needs to be economic. I think it needs to be sustained protests. I think we need to shut down whatever we can, and I think we need to have stronger communities where we take care of each other and we just do whatever we can to opt out of the system. I'm just worried that if we don't do enough, where this goes. I don't think we can risk that. I think we have to do whatever we can. So you don't have to do everything. You just have to do what we can, and hopefully that's enough. And to get more people in the movement, talk to people, have plans to connect with people. If anything happens with these social media apps, like TikTok is about to be very unreliable for people communicating about stuff, I think. Facebook's already been pretty kind of crappy. I think they're just mostly using it to just keep track of us in case they get the green light to do whatever the hell they want to do to us. It's a scary time in America, man. It's just like basically illegal to not be a fascist. 9 months, just over 9 months. Since January 20th, this country is basically unrecognizable. Part of it feels like you're living normal life, but you got to hear about horror stories all the time and them increasing their power grabs. At least People's Boycott punished Disney enough to get Jimmy Kimmel back on the air. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's like almost every other day you see something that is an impeachable thing, or somebody in an administration should be charged criminally. And then, like, we're still waiting on the Epstein files. We're still waiting on the indictments after all these years, since Bush 2. Fuck the fucking DOJ since Bush 2. Seriously. And then, again, triple fuck Merrick Garland for failing to prosecute Donald Trump. Because he should have been in jail a long time ago. I don't know, man. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. Bye.